ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking back hits, Shartimus, subscribe,
Hey! Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another PlayArts Kai action figure review on the Square Enix Marvel Universe variant Venom. If you're trying to pick one of these, they are available now at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And pretty cool packaging over here. You can see we get a very purple Venom, looking pretty cool with this box art. I'm liking it. And this lid right here is held together with some magnets, so you can see the figure right behind over there. Then there's a read-up. If you want to read it, pause it now. There's more of a read-up on Eddie Brock. If you want to read it, pause it now. Then on this side of the packaging, you can see some of that purple symbiote goop running along. Then on the back, you can see some poses. Then on the other side, it just says PlayArts Kai, and then we get some variant PlayArts Kai over there. Alright, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here is Venom out of the packaging. A really cool figure. I really like the paint on this. The sculpt is awesome, especially with this original design over here. I'm actually very pleased with it. Typically, I'm not a big fan of the original designs, but I think this really works well for Venom. We get a bunch of interchangeable pieces. I love the articulation, so let's take a closer look at the accessories, then we'll take a closer look at Venom. So Venom comes with a pair of fisted hands over here. We get these interchangeable open hands, and then we get these symbiote goop splayed hands right over here, which looks awesome. I like this one a lot. These are all painted out very nicely. For some reason, we get two for the left hand and only one for the right. But you can see that they do have different sculpts, so I think that looks really good. Then this one right here is really big, really nice. I really like that glossy paint that they use for these. These are awesome. Then we get the two head sculpts. We also get this display stand right here, which you've seen with other PlayArts Kai figures, so you could just move this around, reattach it over there. It hinges up and down and moves side to side and clamps, and then you get the smaller clamp right over there too. Plus you get this little tool which helps with tightening it up. I do find it very difficult though getting this figure posed on this stand, especially because the figure is pretty hefty. So here's looking at the first head sculpt out of the two of them, and I absolutely love this. This is just beautiful looking. I love the design here too. They've added some new features to it, but it still has the look of Venom, so it just doesn't look off model or anything like that. I like the teal color mixed in with the black over here. Very nice silver for the eyes. The teeth look amazing. I absolutely love that wash over the teeth. You get some purple on the edges right over there too, right by the gums. The gums even have some color variation to them. This is just spectacular. I'm really digging this. Then looking on the back, you can see some purple and silver mixed together. And again, you get some new added lines right over there. And here's looking at the other side. Just looks really good, man. So you can swap these out, and popping these off can be a little tricky, so it takes some force. Then here's the second head sculpt, which I like even more than the first one. I just love how those teeth came out. That just looks spectacular. I'm loving it, and I really love the red and pink right here mixed in with the tongue. I wish they added a little bit of green slime. That would have been kind of neat to see, but still, I think this looks really good. Damn, and even in the inside of the mouth looks really good. You do get a little bit of gappage though behind that jaw, so you can like look through the head sculpt, see? So that's a little annoying, but really doesn't bother me too much. Then the head's fairly consistent to how it looked with the first one. A lot of nice paint details. You get the teal and black mixed in. I love this disc hinge joint right over there. Looking on the back of the figure, really nice pattern and design over here with that spider logo. I just think that looks really good. I'm really digging this a lot. Get some more fading right over here. Get some nice textured areas as well. There's just so many little parts to this. It's just very impressive. I really love how this piece looks right here too. Spider logo. Whoa. The only problem right here with the paint I have is just, I think they missed it, or I don't know if that's too much added. I don't want to take an X-Acto knife to that. I'm afraid to ruin it even more, but it's a little bit of a nitpick, but yeah, it just stands out. And I like how we get some textured areas right over here, so you can see there's tiny little lumps. Same thing right there with the abs. The biceps look really good. You see some veins sticking out right over there. Arms just look really nice through and through. I like how the fists look. All the interchangeable hands look really nice. Swapping these out can be a little bit tricky though. I find I need to use a lot of force. It's a little bit easier if I actually breathe on them. And yes, that is ridiculous looking as hell, but it actually does help. Just a tiny little bit of heat just makes it a little bit easier switching those out. And looking at the lower torso, this looks pretty good. This top section is actually made out of a softer material than the rest of the figure. You can see that you could kind of squish that in. So sometimes it's a little bothersome. You could see through this. See back there? You can see my finger behind it. So that could annoy me a little bit, but again, doesn't bother me too much because I really like having the articulation. And then same soft material right here for his underwear, which isn't really underwear underwear, but you know, this whole crotch area. A lot of variations of color over here. Again, I like this textured pattern. Nice webs going throughout. Nice teal color mixed in there. The knees look great. You get some blue mixed in with the purple. And the webbing looks really good over here. There's his feet. And you can kind of see toes coming through there. I think that looks really good. No peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Then here's a look at the back of the legs. Big old meaty calves. Just color variations throughout. You can see the big old joints right over there. Big old Venom butt with wrinkles in it. Yeah, not too bad looking of a figure, man. I gotta say, I really like it. And I'm very happy with the articulation on this guy. I really like the head joint. He actually has a disc hinge in here, so you can move the head all the way up. Oh, that's hella sick. I love that. Thank you so much, Play Arts Guy. Anyway, you can move the head all the way down. He also has a neck joint right here, so he can look down that far. You do get side-to-side movement over here, and not really so much head pivot, but you do get the neck pivot a little bit in there. His shoulders move outward this much. You kind of have to tuck him in that rubbery chest area piece or that upper torso piece, and these will drip down if you don't do that, so it can get a little bit loose. But one thing that works to the benefit of the figure is that he has these tiny little spikes on his shoulders, and that can catch this softer material right here, which makes it just a little bit easier for posing. And you do get shifting forward and back right there in the armpit. You can also move the arms forward, and you do get a bicep swivel over here. You get this double jointed knee that bends all the way in, then the wrists swivel and they hinge up and down. You get a diaphragm joint that turns side to side. It crunches forward, crunches back. You do get diaphragm pivot, and yes, there is gappage over here. Just have to show that off. You also get a waist pivot right there. Turns at the waist, crunches forward at the waist, crunches back at the waist. Get really good hip joints that move out that much. He can kick forward very far and can kick back. You get an upper thigh swivel. You get double jointed knees. Wow, that bends in very far. The ankles move down. They move up. You can rotate them side to side. You also get ankle pivot in here, and he does have toe articulation. Now this Venom figure is standing at about 10.5 inches tall. Then here's Venom next to the Play Arts Kai variant Spider-Man, and I don't think these fit into scale very well together. I feel like Spider-Man should be shorter, and I have to say, out of the two of these, I do like the Venom figure more. He does have that neck hinge joint that this one does not have, and I just think that the design choices that they made with this figure just fit in a little bit better for Venom. I don't know, I just like this one more. Then to compare the Play Arts Kai Venom figure to a classic Venom design, we have the Marvel Select Venom. And then here's Venom next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Whoa! Alright, new costume, sweet! Oh! Another thing about this figure is that it is not cheap. It does cost a pretty penny, but I do think it's worth it. I just think it's a very fun figure to pose around, and I really enjoy looking at it, and I hope you guys enjoyed looking at my review. If you did, please hit the like button. Click any of these boxes right over here if you want more Shart in your eye. If you want to help with the Patreon account, please check that out. Link is below. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and don't forget to go to marvelousnews.com for the latest in Marvel-related news. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!